And there we have it. So, Puffy is going with the Mage, and Xgamer with the Paladin. All right, there we have it. Seems like we can't add we can't spectate Puffy right now. There seems to be a bug. Well, it's unfortunate, but I guess we can live with it. I'm not sure. We can look again, but they've drawn. I mean, it's not. No, it's fine. I guess. We're gonna play blind from Puffy's side, so we have only Pierre-Olivier Boudreau that we can see. Now we'll check between the next rounds if we can fix this. Because I'm not sure exactly why it happened, but whatever. So Xgamer is starting with the shielded minibot. Early start, gaining board control with what seems to be...
Someday I'll be just like you.
I'm not sure if it's a mid-range or a secret paladin yet, having the Murloc in there and the Justicar, but we'll see. Still, he wants to gain board control, plays his shielded minibot, but has really bad luck as the Arcane Missile actually slaughtered it. We have Zombie Chow trying to, and of course, a little Silverhand Recruit to try to make it back. But with this apprentice, actually with two apprentices on Puffy's side, he's able to play Unstable Portal for free. And of course, still has mana for all his spells will be, well, not free, but so cheap. Interesting. Now it's pondering, killing the Silverhand Recruit. So what will it be? If he's going for the Silverhand Recruit, deciding he's gonna keep as much board control as he can. So keeping 2 minions alive on his side of things, allowing him. And, using a Flame Cannon for free to actually kill the Zombie Chow and making sure Xgamer never has a chance to have minion on the boards. That said, with Muster for Battle, well, you already have the advantage of the number of units until Puffy draws into, don't recall what the name of the card is, but card that deals 1 damage to everything. Would be bad for Xgamer at this point. Not terribly bad, but still. And there we have it, Puffy pondering. Since we don't know what he has in hand, it's hard to comment on the decision or the choice he can make. But from the Mage, we'll assume that he doesn't have the card I was talking about earlier. That's why he's choosing to do something else. Unstable Portal for 1. So that's 3 mana, lots of opportunities, depending on what this portal gave him. And there we have it. The Apprentice killing one of the recruits. Most probably followed by a Hero Power killing another one. Seems to be a play who wants to keep the board clean, prevent a Sturgeon from actually just boosting everything. There we have it. Water Elemental for 1, so out of the Unstable Portal. Great card to draw at this point. Especially for 1 mana cost. Now, Xgamer most probably will play the Sludge Belcher. And the question is, what will he kill the Apprentice with? His weapon or his Silverhand Recruit? I would go for the weapon, trying to keep board presence, but might want to keep his health high because Mage could end the game with sudden burst of damage. It's always a possibility, always risky. And the Silverhand Recruit will get killed by Hero Power anyways next turn. Well, could get, depending on what Puffy decides to play. So, it's interesting though, because with the Justicar, you can have Xgamer will be able to spawn 2 Silverhand Recruits at once, making him really, really fast in taking back the board control. So unless Puffy has all the swipe Mage can be known for, it can easily come back toward Puffy's advantage. And toward Xgamer's advantage. But Grand Crusader, so gets a Paladin card himself. Which one? We'll know eventually. Time's running out, however. So Puffy thinking hard, trying to see how he can most spend his mana and maximize his gain. There we have it, Frost Bolts, followed by an attack from the Ice Elemental, killing the first part of the Sludge Belcher. Knife Juggler is a nice pickup, especially if Xgamer has a lot of small minions and uses like his Murloc Knight later on to get more minions too, and of course other combo like that. So there we have it, the Murloc Knight followed most probably by the Hero Power to keep the board with a lot of minions. Now that's not the best Murloc to grab, but well, better to have one Murloc than nothing, I guess. Now it's a little unfortunate because right now, no matter what he does, that Murloc Knight will die. So a little unfortunate for Xgamer because that card is good. You want to keep it alive. You want to use it with the Knife Juggler. You want to use it to get a lot of Murlocs. Try to gain some momentum. Now it only gave 1/2/1 Murloc. Not
what to do. What to do.
Not the best situation. There we have it, especially since the Murloc can get killed by Hero Power. That is, if Puffy don't just play something like Emperor Tarosian to actually put his opponents in a really bad shape for later turns.
Time runs out on me.
All right. Time's running out again. Puffy taking his time thinking, pondering about the right move. Violet Teacher, that is. It's an interesting choice, especially without playing a spell just yet. But it's still a good card because it has 3/5, so can deal with most of the Paladin's damage that's gonna come, and still resilient to what's on the board. So, well, of course, with equality, will get slaughtered and everything, but would still deal a lot of damage to, well, to Puffy's board.
I have no time for games.
Puffy Xgamer's electing to go with Sylvanas. It's interesting because, well, since there's 2 minions on the board on the side of Puffy, he needs to silence it or turn it into a sheep. Of course, Puffy wants to keep the sheep for Tyrion, most probably, unless he already has 2 or hopes to draw the second one before Tyrion's come into play. So the question is, how will we handle Sylvanas without giving too strong an advantage to his enemy?
Put this apple on your head.
So Knife Jugglers, followed by drawing 2 cards. So trying to maximize the number of minions on the board so that the chances of Sylvana catching something good diminishes. There we have it, attacking with the 3/5 to the face and allowing, well, actually allowing Xgamer to select almost whatever he wants. Using Equalizer and the Knife Juggler combo, he can kill, and his sword, he can kill all the minions he wants, and then sacrifice his Sylvanas to get the last one. There we have it, killing the small minions with his sword, sacrificing Sylvana without even using equality, and checking to grab the... Oh, the Violet Teacher. So it's interesting because, well, Paladin has a few spells that will make it not too bad for himself. Now he has to choose, however. How does he deal with that? Gonna play Knife Juggler, most probably followed by, yeah, the Sludge Vulture, so... not quite killing the Knife Juggler, but still putting a lot of pressure on Puffy, unless Puffy can deal 12 damage, like having 2 Fireball right now, would be one way to just win. But there's always a risk, and you don't want to just go all in and attack the Paladin if you can't kill him, because usually he has a lot of healing. Now, we know Xgamer does not have any healing in hand, but never a guarantee.
I wonder.
Hard choice for Puffy. He is going with
Time runs out on me.
Spellslinger, trying to give spells to everyone. Counterspell, nice spell to get for Xgamer, considering you want to avoid pyroblast or stuff like that. So, nice secret. And since it's a paladin, well, of course the secret has a different color, but it's still always surprising. So, going for the fireball, taking the risk I was talking about that you might not want to take, and having counterspell in Xgamer's hand, giving him 1 extra turn even if he can't heal, to actually absorb part of the damage, gain some more board control from the minion, and then still decides what he's gonna do. Sludge Belcher, no. Violet killing. New card, and a Justicar, filling the board with minions to try and get the Knife Juggler to kill the other Knife Juggler, but, well, finally, that's what happens, but in a trading way. All right, so this should be it for Puffy's turn. Now the question is, does Puffy have a Fireball? And if he does, will he think to actually cast another spell before it?
What to do? What to do?
Well, the question of finding out what Puffy has in store for us. Paladin with 5 health, even though he has a strong board, is not super safe. Until he can get some healing, then he would be in great shape. But right now, so many things can kill him.
What to do?
Everything can go to hell real fast. There we have it. Puffy hesitating
Time runs out on me.
until the timer is going down. Until he has to play right now. Losing his turn right now would be really bad. So Flame Waker, followed by a spell. Now the spell will trigger the secrets. And what's now? So he was testing which secret it was. Oh, interesting. Dealing 2 damage to the Sludge Belcher and actually clearing the board. And with the coin, avoiding a catastrophe. Now, luckily for Xgamer, he just drew into Antic Healbot. So this will allow him to, well, survive whatever comes next. It's pretty hard. Well, it's not impossible, but it's pretty hard for Mage to actually deal 13 damage in 1 turn without both of his fireballs, and he already played 1. And since he can spawn 2 1/1s per turn, it's going to be hard for Puffy to deal with that. Unless, of course, he has something that swipes the whole board. But with Equality and Big Game Hunter, no huge menace can come easily on Puffy's side of things. Xgamer, however, lacking cards in his hand to actually do much. But there's always the god of top decking that could. And with a little bit more healing, it's still in a good shape.
Time runs out on me.
Puffy taking his time, wanting to make sure he doesn't get eliminated from the tournament. He has no defeat so far. Does not want to get one now. So Mana Worm, followed by Archmage and Tinnitus, followed by a Frost Bolt, giving himself a new Fireball. Now, and going straight to the face with it. That's a risky play, but a good one. Now, Equality Consecrate, definitely the choice of play for Puffy, and he has to hope that even though his opponent could have 10 damage in hand, well, he needs to hope that does not happen. Still, he has 6 minions in his hand, so if Puffy does not manage to one-shot him now, which he probably can, because if he went for this, like, he might have Pyroblast or something like that. Nothing yet, so maybe he doesn't have a lethal. Having to see, so Azure Drake into drawing one more card. And there we have it. Straight to the face again, nope. Thinking I need to survive. Puffy has, how much is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on the board. So 9 damage on the board is not 14, but with the draw, good. And there we have it, lay on hands. Healing for 8, and again saving himself a lot of pain. There we have it. Xgamer saying, I'm not letting you build up. You're gonna have all my minions to deal with and have a full board. And with Quartermaster next turn, this could be the end for Puffy. Well, the end for this game, of course. It's still a best of 3. A best of 5. Thank you, Matthias. My mistake. Still a best of 5. And this is just the first game. So, a battle cry, death rattle. This will not do it, unfortunately. We have Puffy, who's like, went a little too greedy, trying to kill his opponents, not taking into account that Paladin has a lot of healing. Of course, he was lucky to draw into it, considering like the next 3 cards were Muster for Battle, Knife Juggler, and Quartermaster. Could have played very differently. But now, with the Quartermaster, he does have 15 times 3. Well, that's 15. I was going to say 1. I don't know how I count, but he has 15 damage in it that can be played, plus the Knife Juggler. So... so it's enough to survive. Then we have it cloaking his own minion. That will not do anything since the game is over straight away. And most probably wanted to deal 5 plus maybe another Fireball next turn for 6 more damage to the hero and kill him unless he heals again. But, well, we're having Xgamer filling the boards. Of course, counting his card because it would be sad if the build was forward and couldn't have played the Quartermaster. But there we have it. Xgamer taking the first win with his Paladin. Still best of 3, and because this is Conquest mode, Xgamer is no longer allowed to take the Paladin. So, we're going to go into game 2. So, it's interesting because we've seen a lot of Paladin in this tournament, but not that many secret Paladins. A lot of the Paladins I've seen were a lot more like Puffy's deck, so sort of mid-rangey, counting on a lot of minions and Murlocs and swipes. Not swipes the card, but swiping the board. Combos. So, so yeah, it's interesting to see that UGL players did not all at least go with what we always see on the ladder. Now we're talking with the player at the moment to actually start a new challenge, trying to next game have observer mode for both player. Oh, we're finding out why we couldn't spectate Puffy. He had prevented people from watching his games. So, should be fine for next game. Puffy's gonna remove that option, and we're gonna cast it again. Not the same game, of course. Xgamer still has his win. Otherwise we would have cancelled it straight from the start. But there we have it, going straight into the second matchup. Will only take a moment now. New game ready to start. So if I remember correctly, Xgamer last time played a Druid against Norwana. So I'm expecting to see Druid for the second game. Now for Puffy, I have no idea if he's going to change or keep it. We have the spectator mode for both players, so we're going to get into it straight away. Game saying we're cooking popcorn, so great to have popcorns for the game. So Puffy going for a mage of his own. So I was wrong about the druid. Xgamer, no, sorry, we're watching separately. So Puffy keeping the mage, same as before. Xgamer going for the warrior. We've switched sides. It's all right. Matthias is sorry he did the joining in the reverse order. But it's fine. Since Puffy is actually the so far champion, this is going to be, well, like if we were following the so far undefeated player. But Xgamer has won victory in this round already. Now it's again a warrior counting on the patron. So patron warrior having here, well, Puffy taking a full board really fast. One thing to save his apprentice so he can play Arcane Intellect without getting killed by his opponent's biter weapon. No, the rock biter weapon is the 4-1, the 4-2. His opponent's other weapon. But Xgamer will have none of it. Going Shield Bash straight from the start. Which is an odd choice because Shield Bash is a really good card. I mean, there's a lot of removal in that deck, but you still want to keep most of it. Now this is a great get from Puffy. The what's the name of the card? The Trade Prince Gallius. So Trade Prince Gallius, very good. Gonna prevent Xgamer from easily playing spells until he can just kill it. And since there's 2 O2 on the board, not gonna be easy. And there we have it. The Apprentice and a Frostbolt, not wanting Xgamer to draw into too many cards, saying you're only going to draw one. A good call, but they're provoking a bash in exchange for from Xgamer. Now it's getting risky because Xgamer could always have a second shield bash, and with a second shield bash, could kill the Trade Prince without giving his opponents too many spells. This is still very annoying for Xgamer because he cannot just play spells and be safe. He needs to play minions and kill the Trade Prince. Now, at least he can kill the taunts with his weapon. Weapons are not spell, as we all know, but as we've just seen. So he's gonna be able to clear the board with his weapon and play something to kill the Trade Prince. Hopefully for him, without having to play strong spell. Might be we see Xgamer going straight for Sylvanas next turn, saying, well, you're going to take the risk. I could get your prince from you. Flame incantations, and there we have it, Sylvanas.
I have no time for games.
To be expected. Now, he wants to grab the prince, but the Drake would not be all that bad. And he has an execute, so if he doesn't get the prince, he can still execute it. Next place for Xgamer is probably to sacrifice Sylvanas on the prince, grab whatever he gets, and if it's not the prince, kill the prince with execute. Now, that would give an execute to Puffy. He wants to avoid that, ideally. But still... Still a nice play. Matthias wanted me to finish my sentence and not leave it hanging like that. We have it, Puffy thinking of playing a Knife Jugglers, which would make Xgamer more at risk to grab the wrong card. So which one is it? He's grabbing the Knife Juggler, so great draw, great RNG for Puffy, who saves his own creature and kill the Knife Jugglers with the Flame Cannon, keeping both creatures on the board, having no more threats of the Mind Control because that's the only card for Xgamer that had a chance to do something like that. So forcing Xgamer to play another minion or go into spells or another weapon. I mean, Xgamer could have drawn into Rockbiter weapon and still kill that minion without ever playing a spell. But, well, we know he didn't. And if he had, still this trade prince would have dealt a whole lot of, not damage, but annoyance. So giving Whirlwind to his opponent, but not caring much about it because he's bringing the prince to 2 health, can play Bannon-Geddon next turn, and himself getting 2 Patron Warriors, so saying, oh, at least, I mean, 4 Patron Warriors. He had 2 Whirlwind. I didn't see he had the second one. 2 Patron Warriors, so 4 Patron Warriors on the board. Oh, but hesitating before, deciding to give an execute to his opponent. Weird choice, unless he intends to mill him. Now giving a coin to his opponent, and no, it doesn't give coins, of course. The prince does not take coin. Otherwise, you could just play coins forever and ever and ever. That would be bad. There we have it. Only the prince against now 4... that's actually pretty good from... For Xgamer. He's gonna have to sacrifice his own prince. I mean, he can clear the board, and actually he has to, but he has to use his execute to do that. And his fireball. That's really, really a good play from Xgamer. Forcing his opponents into not playing spells that... Well, into not playing spells that would... that will kill all his board without too much of an issue. So let's see how he goes. Goes with the execute. Probably gonna sacrifice his prince on one of the 3/3. Now the question is, will he go? Yes, clearing the board, which is the good call, because if he did not, Baron-Geddon would have continued to multiply the patrons. Now Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom, always a good card to have, but keep in mind that Puffy has 2 whirlwinds, so he can just kill the bombs. Of course, he will take damage by doing so, but no, deciding not to kill the bombs, only one with his 0 power, keeping the whirlwind for a later emergency, I guess. So all the bombs hitting both heroes, 1-4-3, 1-4-4, so not too much of an advantage on the log side of things so far. Playing the shield and the fiery weapon, killing the other bombs, trying to soak some of the bomb damage with his Dr. Boom, probably to suicide Dr. Boom afterwards. No, not suiciding. We had Big Game Hunters, and I can't count mana. So Big Game Hunter actually putting a lot of board presence for Xgamer. Now, keep in mind that with the Flame Waker and all those 1 mana cost spell, plus the Violet Scarlet, Puffy could get a really, really strong board. I mean, that feels like a good play to me. Now, of course, Baron Geddon will slaughter most of it the next turn, but Puffy does not know that. There we have it. Flame Waker, and it still might, with some luck, kill the... yeah, 2 damage on Dr. Boom. The question is, will it kill Dr. Boom? 3 damage on Dr. Boom. Now it's all gonna depend. Well, with this amount of damage, he has a good chance. Deciding to play Violet Teacher and taking the risk, it's a big risk. It is a big risk, but he's going for it, hoping 2 of the 3 damage will hit Dr. Boom. So how much will it be? No, only 1. So, and both attacks from the other one, so no, didn't make it. Puffy says, I am sorry, and indeed he is sorry. That hurts a lot, and with Baron Geddon in play, he's clearing the board.
Let the pain speak to me.
And drawing a card too. Not looking good for Puffy. He needs to be able to kill Baron Geddon this turn. Drawing 2 cards, trying to draw into something. Clockwork's not gonna do it. Mana Worm's not gonna do it. Spellslinger could always draw into something juicy. And no, so that's it. Puffy losing the second game. Xgamer taking the lead 2-0. But remember, it's a best of 3, so no more Warrior, no more Paladin for Xgamer. We'll see how this goes. Xgamer playing all his cards, making his achievements of the day of playing all his small spells, I guess. And there we have it. 9 damage to the face for a finishing blow. So that's 2-0 for Xgamer. Now the question is, will Puffy go for Mage a 3rd time? Even though it's not doing so well, saying, you know what, my Mage is good, and you've played your 2 main decks, because that's how we do it, right? We play our main decks, and then we hope to win with the last one. Or will he decides, no, it's not doing well for me, I'm gonna start trying something else. All right, seeing you chat, thinking Puffy's lucky at the moment, but the game's not over for you guys, as it is. Well, when you hear me now, it is over. Like, I have a delay between what you're typing in chat and what I'm saying. Anyways, the luck was not real, is what I meant. So Puffy going for his druid, not his druid, his paladin this time. So changing, not keeping the mage, and Xgamer going for the mage. So what has Xgamer played so far? He's played paladin and a warrior, and going for a mage 3rd. Most probably wanting to show Puffy how it's done.
Well met.
There we have it. Mana Worm from the start. Little hello. Puffy not having anything great for the first round. Actually, not having anything at all for the first round. Now, these draw not going so well for Puffy, and he's gonna get silence too. Therefore, not silenced, but frozen by his enemy's minion for not being able to play, to deal much with his Coghammer weapon. Still needs to take board presence, sacrificing one good card, a Peacekeeper, to bring a card to 1, even though it's not the card he wants. But with this, at least, he can kill it next turn, hopefully, by hoping Xgamer does not have spells in hand. And if he kills it, can then use weapon to survive. And there we have it, Xgamer weapon, even if you can't play it, followed by killing the 1/3. I guess. Puffy's thinking, hesitating, maybe wants to play the Knife Juggler instead, or just kill and wait, because he could play True Silver next turn. Has to kill the 1/3 for sure. Most probably gonna kill it before playing Xgamer, so that his Peacekeeper at least has, even if he's frozen next turn, has his Divine Shield.
I must move quickly.
Hard decision. Taunt and Divine Shield given. So even if it's frozen, won't matter much. Xgamer has to kill it. Well, he doesn't have to kill it. He can decide to not attack it at all. That said, we have the Blood Angel from Xgamer, who's going to be played right now, and steal it. Really, really mean card to have right now. I don't see the Blood Knight often, but it's a nice counter pick to the Paladin. Of course, we have to keep in mind that Xgamer why would he have frozen it before attacking it? Just wasting his minion, I guess. So, mystery. Maybe it was a misclick. Or he just did not want his spell, I guess. Thinks he's in such good shape that he can waste a card. I mean, he does have a 6/6 and a 4/4 on the board, and in-hand cards that will allow him to keep his board presence and to be really strong. But still odd. So we have it. Xgamer wondering how to deal with this. Most probably gonna play, but he could actually play his own hand should he want to. It is, however, risky to play your own hand against the Paladin, who could consecrate and kill all you have. But I don't think he can immunity consecrate until turn 6, even should he have it. Really hard decision to make from Puffy, as he only has. He does not have much board presence, and his opponent can always just play. Straight to the face and has a lot of damage. Would go for Knife Juggler and muster for bite on myself, trying to kill the. Well, I would have attacked the Blood Angel too, trying to kill him by crossing my fingers at this point. But Knife Juggler is still a nice defense, at least gonna allow him to survive one more turn, because unless Xgamer draws into something, he cannot kill the Knife Juggler without using the Blood Knight. There we have it, Blood Knight to kill the Knife Juggler. Now it's risky for Xgamer because he doesn't have much cards in hands, and the Cogmaster, not a good card when you don't have much match. The Spider dying, so giving 2 Spider, of course, with the hero power, can still not clear the board, but leave his opponents with only 1 Spider in hand, or just attack to the face, because that's what you want to do in this situation. You want to win, while your opponent has no life. Keep in mind, Paladin can heal. Gonna freeze the minion, and then play the Cogmaster. That's 3 damage if he draws into anything that has that's a mech. I was going to say that has a robot, but I mean, that's a mech. Now the question is, you try the combo I was talking about earlier, deal 6 damage,
Let
to
me think.
try to hope and get 3 hits, at least 1 hit on the... It's very hard, because right now that would bring him to only 4 life, and most probably would kill him. So most 4, 5, 6. I would go for a Knife Juggler followed by taunting my minions, trying to get a little survival from it. And kill, of course, the mech. I would go down to 6, but you have to hope your opponent does not have spell. Seems to be a mech mage, and therefore does not have as many removal, but could always draw into 1, or, well, could have 1 in hand. So the Fear Reaver. Now that's bad news for Puffy, because, well, it's a strong card to get rid of, and he only has 8 hit points himself, and has no taunt. Oh, so with the True Silver, can survive 1 turn against the... It can survive 1 turn against the Cog, not the Cog, the Spell Reaver. And with the Leon Hands, can survive another turn next turn. So it's all gonna depend on what he goes. And if he wants some Board Pleasure, could go Muster for Battle, followed by True Silver, face to the hero, survive 1 turn, and cross your fingers. Kill, of course, the Cog Master with his 2/3. His opponent's having no cards in hand, it will all come down to what he draws. And of course, you always have the nice little side advantage to mill whatever his opponents need next turn. So no Frostbolt, that would have killed him. As a Shredder, Annoyatron. So not over yet. But at least he killed the Frostbolt, which was the next top deck card, which would have killed him no matter what he did. Other than this. There we have it. No Mech Warrior, no Goblin Master, no second Annoyatron. And now, what is it? It's the Spider Tank 3/4, so will still be very bad next turn, but can't kill him straight away. So 8 damage to the face, bringing up to 2. So, Puffy... Yes, Puffy has actually 10, 12 hit points. His opponents can only deal 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. So, this game's going to Xgamer. There's nothing that can be done. Nope, Mage has 12 damage on the board, and Puffy, even with all the healing he's in hand, has 12 life points. So Puffy is trying to figure out a saving move, but unless the Murloc Knights can draw into a taunt minion? This will not help unless you draw something that costs 0, which, well, didn't. So that's good game. Hoping his opponents does not see it, saying the well played, but oh, second Fell Reaver. And there we have it. If for some reason Xgamer does not find his lethal, he would have died next turn. Well, not died, but been in a really, really bad shape, because with equality, True Silver champion, Puffy would have healed, would have had board control, would have killed everything. But no, Puffy getting trioed. So Xgamer lost this one. Puffy won this. No, Puffy lost. Don't confuse me. Puffy lost. Matthias confusing me. Puffy lost a third game. So 3-0 for Xgamer. So, well, congratulations. Puffy will be in the third place final, and Xgamer making it to the grand finals. Both will be the 10th December, so I believe that's a Wednesday. It's not next week. It's Thursday. It's a Thursday, so not next week. The week after that, the losers final will be at lunchtime. The grand final will be at 6, so after work, and we'll be in the room. What's the room's name again? The stream room. You can watch it on Twitch if you want, or you can come see it live in the stream room at the PEC when you enter from behind. We'll see you. We'll see you the 10th of December. Good luck to everyone. Oh, and before we end this, I hope you come to see the grand final, because not only will it be the grand final of Hearthstone, but it will also be the grand final of the Rocket League tournament. So you can watch 2-in-1s. There's going to be beers, there's going to be chips, there's going to be stuff and prizes. So be there and have fun.